Hey, you are now listening or watching the Halos in the Infield podcast, sponsored in part by Noble L Works over on 1621 South St. Clair, where you can get discounts by just mentioning HITI, Halos in the Infield, drink discounts on us, baby. And also by 714 Tickets, 714 Tickets. The price you see is the price you get, and you also get 10% additionally off in the Apply Now code once you order your tickets just by mentioning HITI, Halos in the Infield. Now enjoy the show.
Live every night on the Halos in the Infield Baseball Network.
Welcome to the Halos in the Infield post-game podcast with Todd Fox, sponsored by Noble Ale Works Brewery, as well as 714 Tickets. This is your nightly destination for all things Los Angeles Angels. Come join Todd as he recaps every thrilling and disappointing moment from tonight's game, win or lose. Get ready for insightful analysis, fan reactions, and Todd's engaging commentary. Plus, fans can call in live to the Halo Hotline to have their voices and opinions heard as well.
It's the Halo Hotline.
Stay tuned in for your chance to win free Halos merchandise with our weekly trivia.
It's all about the game.
It's time to dive into the heart of Angels baseball with Todd Fox on the Halos in the Infield postgame podcast.
There's a drive from Mike Trout. See you later. That is long gone.
It's the Todd Fox postgame podcast with your host, Todd Fox.
Hey, welcome into another episode of the Halos in the Infield post-game show. I'm your host, Todd Fox, on the only place where you can get real baseball talk by real baseball fans, and you could share your opinions, your comments, your concerns, your anger with this baseball team as we move forward on a Saturday afternoon. I hope all is well. I am still recovering. I'm much better after the kidney stones pass through, obviously. But as we get it started, we're going to talk about our closer, maybe. After the debacle yesterday, Ron Washington says, hold my beer. The rest of the staff says, hold my beer. You are insane if you think that the problems are solely pitching responsible. I will go to bat. I will die on that hill. Any cliche you want to use, I am not going to blame the pitching. I mean, my dad was out there saying Carson Fulmer gave up those runs early in the game. Who cares? You literally had 9 innings to respond to 2 runs. And even then you gave up 1 run more. That's only 3 runs, but 3 runs is like 10 runs to this team. And again, Bowden, who in Anaheim on the 12th of this month, just 6 days 12 days ago or so, 13 days ago, he faced the Angels and he went 7 innings, 1 run, 1 hit baseball, 8 strikeouts. He then followed that performance up with a 1-0 victory over the Chicago Cubs with 7 innings pitched, 3 hits allowed, no runs, 7 strikeouts. Now, previous to his Angels gift that we gave him on Monday, 8/12 of this month, he had gotten rocked by Baltimore, 5 innings. Well, not really rocked, but he gave up 3 runs, took the loss to Baltimore. Then he got a no decision. He only pitched a third. I think that might have been a rain delay. And then in Baltimore, he took a loss, actually got a win, 5 2/3. 3 runs, 6 hits. So he's not been exactly bad. In over a month, he's only allowed 6 runs. And today, I mean, the Angels were like, Bowden Francis, a guy who has been up and down all season, just like the Jays. He's got a 4 ERA still, so it's not like this dude has been killing it all season, but recently in the last month, you could say he's had a really hot end of July, early August, or really good August. But he gets the win. And again, a guy I've talked about on here many times. Carson Fulmer would be a very nice mid-relief, long relief pitcher. And again, Ron Washington with his dumbass, hey, let's start off with a opener. Stuff like that. That doesn't work. A guy like Carson Fulmer, who we've had to throw in there because of multiple injuries, to our starting pitching staff has been having to pitch as a starter. He's 0-5, but you see what he did tonight. 6 innings pitched, 2 runs on 7 hits. He's sporting currently a 4.50 ERA. He had a 2-something ERA as a reliever. I mean, what has he done in his last few starts? I mean, listen, for a guy who's supposedly a mid-reliever, the end of July and into August here, he has surrendered 3 runs, 2 runs, 2 runs, 5 runs, and 3 runs. I mean, again, that is not going to blow you away as far as, well, that's the ace of our staff, but that's a guy who's at least giving you some innings and keeping you in ball games. So, again, blame doesn't go to him. Does the blame go to the defense? Maybe he had 2 errors, more errors than hits. You got 1 hit, and Big Ears Dumbo hit a useless home run in the 9th inning. But what caused the loss today? Well, I did some digging. I get tired of thinking, it's or saying it's the analytics. It's the sabermetrics. And granted, I'm not no detective. I only play one on my crime podcast. But I did some digging, and it wasn't hard to find. And I'm like, why didn't I do this earlier? Why didn't I look up and have a name to the putrid nerds that are screwing up your team and my team, the Angels? And I found somebody. And his name, and you could find him on LinkedIn, and you could find him on X, you could find him on other social media platforms, and you can even find him on the Angels baseball website. His name is Jake Sauberman. And boy, does he look every bit of a nerd that you could think of. Picture Revenge of the Nerds, and this guy could be starring in it. So he comes from Indiana University. He has only 1,000 followers on LinkedIn, and he's worked with the Angels 3 years and 8 months. He is the coordinator of baseball analysis or analytics. He came from Global OGC Global Data Analyst out of Boston, Massachusetts for 4 months. He attended Indiana University as lead baseball and R&D analyst. He was an intern. Get this. He was an intern before he graduated college. So he's still in college during the pandemic working for the Angels as an intern. He worked for 4 months between January 2020 to April 2020. Designed a data-based model to determine when exactly an intentional walk should be issued. Built a tracker to find the roster status of any professional player in history using SQL. What the fuck is that? I have no idea. Assisted in video scouting and amateur draft prospects. So again, this guy is only a pencil pusher, never played the game, and he's got some creation and some analytic tools and is provided scouting privileges. Interesting, right? Utilized machine learning algorithms to create an internal expected weighted on base average. What does that mean? That means he's just fucking with numbers to make things look apparently smart or himself look smarter. His internship was canceled due early to COVID-19 impact. Before that, he was the co-founder and editor-in-chief of Red and Black, which was in the greater Boston area, which provided quality exposure to coverage of every Northeastern University athletic program. He also was a baseball analyst at Northeastern University from 2019 to December 19 as well, 4 months. He helped the Northeastern Baseball's analytics initiative design advanced tracking. Because, whenever I think baseball, especially college baseball, I think Northeastern University. Also, he's a co-founder of podcast host of Baseball Seams, which is a He ran that awesome podcast for a year, founded baseball blog dedicated to deep statistical dives and sabermetrics. This idiot is who is running your team and my team. By the way, he also ran a weekly news article from November 2016 to December 2018. Get this, as a Red Sox fan, it was called Bo Sox Injection. See what he did there? Nerd! Also, business planning analyst co-op in Texas. He's been around a little bit. And also, he was a sales representative in 2017 for those Boston Red Sox. So we have a Red Sox guy out here running our coordination. If you want to find him on X, let's see where his X is. I have that up here too. His Medium, his website. Check this out. He's so popular. He has 11 followers. If you want to go to his X, he's got only about, what is it? I think 900 followers. I want to make sure I can find this right. Jake Sauerbaum. I was doing a deep dive on this guy just to see what a clown he is. He's not only a freaking clown, he's a freaking nerd. And a nerd with not even, just look at his goddamn picture. I make fun of, I make fun of big ears all the time. This guy he's giving him a run for his money. Let's just be honest. Jake Sauerbaum, where I just had his X pulled up here in a minute for a second here. Hold on. Oh yeah. So Sauerbaum's following 1,000 people. He's got 236 followers. Why am I clowning on him for his followers? You would think with somebody in a high position, because like it or not, analytics is a high position, especially in a baseball team, a baseball franchise. You would think you would have multiple people wanting to get a hold of you, multiple people wanting to interview you, multiple people wanting to get to know why you do the things you do and come up with the numbers that you do. No, nobody knows of this guy. You have to actually look and really hard to find him. You think that he wants to be responsible or he wants to stick his goofy little head out there with the way that this team is hitting? This guy is coming again. I've explained sabermetrics and analytics. It is all up to the person creating them. There is no Bible for analytics or sabermetrics. It's all made up. It all comes to the creator. He has a team underneath him that works on these numbers to tell Ron Washington and also our boy who just got extended who to use when, why, and how. And I guarantee you it goes against most of what Ron Washington knows as a baseball manager. And I would love to pick his brain or ask Ron, hey, off the record, do you agree with what's coming down from upstairs? Is this how you manage? Because track record, sir, shows different. You come under this Angels umbrella, you come under Jake Sauerman, or however the hell you say his name, Sauerberman, Mr. Indiana University, Mr. Boston Red Sox lover, Mr. I come up with just, sabermetrics out my ass. I write my own script and then write it for you to follow. I'm the producer of this show. Does that bother you, Ron? Does that bother you that you're not only handcuffed by your goddamn owner, you're handcuffed by your GM, you're handcuffed by nerds who can't even throw a ball? I bet you he throws like a girl, and no offense to women because they've gotten much better over the years. But that was a term, goddammit, that we used to use years ago to make fun of other males. So don't cancel me for saying you throw like a girl. But yes, this guy, this turd, throws like a girl. So I'm sick of it. And now now there's a face and a name to the shit show that we watch every game. You can't tell me, as good as I gave you the numbers for Bowden Francis, that this is a guy who should be routinely coming out here and making us look bad. And then I can't stand Gooby talking to Erica Weston's eye today when you have on the post game Gooby saying, well, sometimes you just got to tip your hat. Sometimes you just got to tip your cap to the other team. I'm tired of tipping my cap to the other team because I get it. Every team in this league will face a dominant pitcher. And maybe that pitcher is for the Pittsburgh Pirates and Paul Skeens. Or maybe it's from the freaking Miami Marlins and a guy's just having a red hot night and you can't hit him. And that's when you tip your cap to him. But when it's routinely night in and night out, we should not be tipping our cap to the opponent. No, the opponent should be tipping their cap to us. Because whatever they should be like, hey man, I really appreciate your bad approaches at the plate tonight. I really appreciate the fact that you're following sabermetrics and analytics that aren't that shouldn't be part of the game. I really appreciate the fact that you don't follow traditional baseball skills or approaches at the plate. I really appreciate the fact you're overly aggressive when you don't have to be. And then we still get fans out there saying, well, the umpire squeezed us. I don't look at it that way. I'm tired. I don't blame the umps anymore. You're going to have bad nights where the umps are just against you. New York is against you. All that mattered when this team was actually in the race. None of that matters anymore. And you could choose to still be upset by that. I don't. Like when Grillmaster says, well, this umpire has the worst balls to strike. I don't care. Like at this point in the season, it doesn't matter. To me, again, it's all about progression, about being better, getting better, right? And starting to look towards next season. Who we're going to keep, who we're going to cut, blah, blah, blah. No, let's just play useless guys like Drury because Jake says it's so. Jake from State Farm says, yes, I like Drury at that spot. Yes, I like Rendon batting fourth. Yes, even though Pilar doesn't hit good in cleanup, he should be batting down in the lineup like Ron had him. Let's bat him third and watch him get the golden sombrero. Perfect. Yes, let's be aggressive. Be aggressive, says Jake from State Farm. It does it again, that kind of stuff. Again, if you're winning, if you're in the race, the umpires matter, all that other stuff matters. But no, we were just wins and losses didn't matter at this point. A lot of you fans are saying, I want a top 5 pick. Let's keep losing. Let's keep rolling out there. Okay. I'm okay with that too. I just, from the beginning of the season, wasn't expecting postseason. I just wanted to see competitive baseball. And I feel that Barry Enright and whoever's helping out the pitching staff has given us competitive baseball most nights. Again, you're going to have nights where things don't work out. And then you're going to have a night like last night where a move here or a move there wins you the game. Obviously, the stupid-ass move was to utilize Contreras. You could have went another inning with Quijada, have him set him up, or even gone with Matt Moore, and then finish it off with Ben Joyce. The fact you did not trust the guy you anointed closer to be the closer he didn't pitch the night before, so you couldn't use the Mimi's excuse. He was fully rested. That's on you, Ron. You screwed up, Ron. You've screwed up a lot this year. You haven't listened to yourself. You haven't taken control. You've been just as much a puppet as Perry Manassian. There, I said it. Because I've been sugarcoating Ron Washington all year. Perry Manassian's been getting a little bit of my guff lately, and more, rightfully so. But no, Ron Washington's been Teflon until yesterday. Yesterday was the last straw because I see the writing on the wall. I've been too apathetic to not realize, or myopic to realize that, dude, you know what? He is responsible for this crap too because he's letting it happen. And where is he arguing like Dan and others have said? Where's he sticking up for his players? I don't see that either. I push by all that. All those red flags that were popping up like a bad girlfriend, I'm ignoring it. But no, yesterday, And then today, finding out that we got this geek squad leader leading this squad for over 4 years. And I can remember 2019, 2018, this lineup wasn't that bad. It was always, well, can he pitch when we would get a hitter, right? We had decent enough hitting. When did our hitting start to really fall off? The year that didn't count COVID, you can kind of say a little bit there, but 2021, 2, 3, and 4. The hitting's been bad news ever since. And we've blamed The hitting instructors, which rightfully so, Paul Sorrento was a terrible hitter, should never have been in charge of our hitters. Jeremy Reed was an average 4A guy, should have never been in charge of our hitters. Marcus Thames spent time in Japan, was a strikeout king, should have never been in charge of our hitters. Then we get Johnny Washington, not much major league experience, only there because his father's the manager, shouldn't be in control of our hitting, shouldn't be a hitting instructor, right? Give me a Rod Carew player. Give me a Darren Erstad, Garrett Anderson, Tim Salmon, down the line, guys who hit above their weight, guys who were perennial all-stars. Hell, if you have to go to another franchise and give me another hitter that was great, like if Fred McGriff was available and wanted to be a hitting instructor, give me Fred McGriff. And down the line, he doesn't have to be an Angel. Just give me someone that is going to be looked up to by these players because they know what kind of career he has, because believe it or not, that matters. That matters to a baseball player. If you know you have a guy who was in the trenches, who knows how to play baseball, has been there in the biggest of moments, been there in the highest of highs, lowest of lows, you respect that. Automatically, he gets your respect. And when he's trying to teach you and tell you, hey, you're a dumbass, you're not doing this right, you're not going to get, your ego won't flare up as much. And you'll realize this guy's telling me for a reason because he knows. Do you think any of those hitters over the years looked at Ron Washington, or not Ron Washington, looked at Paul Sorrento, Jeremy Reed, when they're not playing Pokemon or eating nachos, that those guys were respectable players back in their day? No, because anyone can go to the Wikipedias, can go to baseball references and look at how many strikeouts those dumbasses had. Same thing with Marcus Thames. And you saw last year when Shohei Ohtani hit that home run, and you had dumbass number 6 injured sitting next to Marcus Thames. They were both sitting right there. They wanted to give Ohtani dabs, and he straight up walked right by him, ignored him, and they did those little sarcastic little smiles and looked at each other like, what a dick to Ohtani. And yes, Ohtani is a dick because he's a Dodger. But at that moment, he wasn't, because he was ignoring two dumbasses who don't respect the game and were never any good except number 6's magical contract year. He knew what kind of pieces of garbage they were as teammates. So why would you dab pieces of garbage like that? My point being is, who you hire to run your organization, to lead your organization, makes a huge difference. If you give them the right tools, makes a huge difference. If you allow them to do what they're supposed to do and trust them, makes a huge difference. Artie doesn't do any of those. He doesn't hire the right people. The people that are in place, he doesn't give complete control to. And he's always got some sort of hierarchy over every position, over every person running. Meaning there isn't someone built for the job to do what they do, to answer to no one, to make the risky rules, to where you're not judged unless the season's a complete crap failure, or when the season's over, everyone gets their report cards, or if they're going to be re-signed, re-upped, or fired. We're not even letting that process play out or marinate, because we're too busy watching everything that everybody does, and they have to stick to. So again, they are changing things up on the fly. They are deciding that, hey, sabermetrics is a way to go. And then this is what you get tonight. Another bad performance. And again, how does Jake Sauer Berman, or however the hell you say his name, keep his job after this year? This will be 4 years in a row that you've had inept offense because of your sabermetric analytics bullshit. You came from Indiana University. You had Northeastern College. Again, if this dude is coming from what, Tennessee Volunteers, they won the College World Series, or Texas A&M, or one of these big schools that's perennially in the College World Series, and they're beating teams and they're always good. As much as I don't like sabermetrics, as much as I don't like analytics, I'd say, well, let's take a look at this guy. He's applying for the job. Let's see what he can do. I'm not taking everything he says as word, but I'll be like, okay, well, let's see if this pans out right here and here. We'll give him a shot in certain situations during the game. We'll look at his stats. We'll look at his stuff and say, okay, let's see if we can apply this to the game. Let's see if this works right here. but I'm a conventionalist. Like I'm more of a conservative when it comes to baseball. I'm not looking outside the box. I'm looking to stay within the wheel that was invented because it's worked since day one. And yes, if there's a nuance there, I'll try it. But if I'm going to make it gospel, hell no. I'm still going to stick to the fundamentals. I'm still going to stick to what has worked over the years, what has brought championships to other organizations, and hopefully this one. So my whole thing would be, let's use his data, but if I don't like it, get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Like I'm not going to use it. But if it comes up during the 7th inning and it works, okay, more praise to you. It's not going to work every time, just like my decisions wouldn't work every time either. But the thing is, you go down knowing that you worked with what you could and you tried everything that you could. And I don't think at the end of the day, Ron Washington can look me in the eye, and even Erica Weston's eye, with a straight face and tell me, hey, man, I trusted everything that guy did. I did everything I possibly could for the Angels. I made it my point to be the strongest manager, and I can go down with a 90-loss, 100-loss season knowing that I tried my hardest, and this team tried its hardest. He can't do that. He can't. He can't tell you that he would accept losing a season like this with the way he went about managing it, with the way that he accepted the BS from the analytics department, from the roster moves, everything. That is a bold-faced lie. It would be I would trust Rafael Palmeiro more when he was in front of the Senate and he said, I did not take steroids. And it was a clear lie, right? I would trust Rafael Palmeiro more than Ron Washington. It's sad and it's pathetic. But yes, please do your homework. Look up Jake Sauerbrunn, whatever the hell his stupid name is. The guy could fly with his ears as well as our guy, Taylor Ward. But to sum up the game, let's get into the awards tonight because, again, we can only enjoy the Buttercup once because our bullpen's not the problem. Our pitching's not the problem. Screw any other podcast that continues to rag on the pitching. This is another Savage Garden loss because, again, from first pitch to last pitch, never had a lead thanks to our fearless hitting, our tenacious hitting, our aggressive hitting that gets the season starting every night.
I will be strong, I will be faithful, 'cause I'm counting on a new beginning, a reason for living, a deeper meaning, yeah. And I wanna stand with you on a mountain, and I wanna bathe with you in the sea, and I wanna lay like this forever until the sky falls down on me.
You know, talking about this team always gets me upset when I see that video and then see the Savage Garden and I see Mike Trout wearing that hoodie, right? It makes me upset because I've seen him in that hoodie over the last 3 seasons more than I've seen him in a jersey. So the next time I go to the Angels team store, I would love to see a Mike Trout injured list hoodie. I think it would be fitting. Put IL on the front and number 27 Trout on the back because that seems to be his brand now. And prove me wrong, 27. I love you to death. You should have 300 more home runs or 200 more home runs right now. I should not 300 home runs, but he should have at least 150 more. And you should be knocking on that door of possibly hitting 700 to finish your career. You're going to be nowhere close to that. Thanks to them damn injuries. Thanks to you not slimming down. Thanks to you not keeping a good regimen because Artie doesn't hire a good staff. And thanks to you still playing the outfield. So those are just my thoughts on a very, very chippy, very, very pissy Saturday. Now, who got the Golden Stamos? Gotta love the fact the Angels had 13 more strikeouts. Notice how the offense has gotten progressively worse through the month of August, getting more and more aggressive, swinging at everything, being stupid as hell. Well, we're back to the double-digit strikeouts, and the losses are piling up even more. But who else are you going to give it to? World famous Bowden Francis. If you don't have a Bowden Francis jersey already, you should get it. Again, 18th ranked. I probably have knocked it down a little bit more than it has. They've probably gotten up to 15th in the league, but 18th, last time I checked, ranked pitching staff in the league, does it again to us. It's no surprise. We make you look famous. We make you better than you actually are. Their bullpen, which is almost in the late, the 25th or worst in the league. That's the reason why they're last in the American League East, because they blow a lot of games. Solid Teflon against us. But Bowden Francis is your John Stamos Golden Stamos winner of the night. Now let's talk about Nacho.
I love the nachos, gas station nachos. I love those nachos, yeah. Gas station nachos, ow.
Your organization likes to lie to you a lot. The Angels baseball team likes to spin it. They like to talk coach speak. They like to think of you as morons and idiots. And they tell you all the time certain things. And then AM 830 says, just keep consuming the product. Listen to my voice. Woo, propaganda prime minister, PP, that's me. And you listen, and these people, listen to Trent Rush. This team's playoff. Buy tickets. Buy. And then Artie's like, come up to the stadium and get entertained with our free giveaways. With all that being said, some Halo honks still believe the fact that our boy Pilar is not an everyday player. Except when he plays every day, he actually does good. But when we rest him, he does bad. And that's just been a fact of the matter. And, right when he gets going, we sit him. And tonight, there is no defense for him. Even though he's been a pretty good hitter, some may disagree this year. But I think with the opportunities he's been given, he's done a good job. But I can't look the other way when you have a golden sombrero. I would love to give it to the rest of the lineup because the rest of the lineup is too busy jacking off. But Pilar was the biggest jack off tonight. 0 for 4 and 4 strikeouts. Every at bat, he looked silly up there. So as much as I'm a team Kevin Pilar guy. No, sir, you get the freaking nachos tonight. Now, let's give away the award for Erica having her eye on you. Let's see what happens.
I'm Erica Weston's eye, and I've got my eye on you.
Erica's watching close, she's got that eagle eye. If you're the star tonight, she'll let your praises fly. But don't get cocky, keep your game in check. Cause Erica's the queen and she demands respect. But I've got my eye on you award. You play like a champion, now you're getting adored. You caught her eye and you stole the show. Take the trophy home and let everyone know.
I'm Erica Weston's eye, and I've got my eye on you.
So she's got her eye on a certain player, and that's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He had a home run. Again, he's red hot against the Angels. I think that's his 4th home run against us already in only 2 series, maybe 3rd. But 2 for 3 this afternoon with a home run to put the game really away. But he's been red hot. He's batting .318, so he's a bit of a comeback player this season. So good for him. And there's not much to talk about.
There's a lot of baseball left to be played. And the season starts tonight, which makes me so horny and me love you long time.
Daniel kicks it off with, hey, everyone, happy Saturday. Dan Rios checks in with, hey, give me a botanical spritz.
Angels play, win or lose, we toast the day. Sip and cheer, no matter the score. Splits o'clock, let's pour some more. Splits o'clock, let's pour some more.
JM says, I got to tune in. I just watched the entire shit show. Silent E says, looks like today's approach was swing at everything, back to the Thames era. Exactly. Kidney stones, ouch. Yes, that was me yesterday. Also, another loss since Potassium's extension. We can't win under the regime. Sell the team, tear up Potassium's contract, and start over. Also, damn, Papa Fox sounded 40 years younger. JM says, damn, sorry to hear about your kidney stones. Glad you're feeling better, Todd. Thank you, JM. Hanky Panky says, when is number 6 joining the 1-and-1 club? I don't think it's going to happen this year. Bodie Francis is a pitcher. I'm still calling him Bowden. You want me to investigate today's game? It was a crime to watch. James says, shit, it was pitiful. Good, you're okay. Marty says, Indiana University says it all. Nerd. Another tool with a secret drink named after him for sure. He's a barista too. Also, send Jake to Russia. Marty says Jake is responsible for stolen election, that ass. Leaf says, might call in. I have quite a bit to talk about. Okay. Shop Girl says, Todd, no fatty food and bar fried food until your health recovers. Another day in paradise for the Angels. Who else? What else is new? Exactly. Appreciate that, Shop Girl. Also, Tyler says, when is number 6 going to go back to the IL because of his anal fissures due to complications from his gender reassignment surgery journey? I don't know, but I'm very interested, Tyler, if you could let me know when that documentary is coming out. I would love to see that. Only 90 seconds, Leaf, before we start hitting the snooze button. James says, this is great detective work, Todd. Also, Leaf says, I'll do my best to not lull y'all to sleep. Halo says, injection. Marsha just came for a Red Sox fan. Oh, let's see. Jake and Big 20 have something in common, sitting on the cuck chair. Halo says, I read up on him too. He is also known for dabbling in witchcraft and is an active communist. You know, whether that's true or not, Halo Joe, I believe it. Just look at his picture. Also, but you, Marsha, would still hit on a nerdy Jake. You would probably, or she. What's with Vance's toupee in that donut shop? I have no idea. One Jet Spot says, no way Grill has the testicular fortitude to even sound like that. Hanky Panky says, how in the hell does Cavadis have more homers and 5 RBIs less than number 6? I have no, dude. Again, Cavadis is just starting his career and already looks and is batting like 059 or 048, excuse me, and looks way better than number 6. JM also says the fucking A's can laugh at us. They are currently experiencing the biggest turnover in their history. They don't even want to win, and yet they're still winning, right? Also, Marty says Ron standing back like Nevin, washing his hands from this mess. At the press conference, he squarely put the blame on Jake. I wish. JM says this team without Shohei is just like the White Sox, but with Deos. They're all, come on, people, make some noise. Come on, everybody. It's the new thing. It's brand new. The guy died like 60 years ago, but it's brand new. No. Don't say Deo. Say Halo. No. Don't say Halo. Say Neto. Now be happy. Mudwater says, with you 100%, Todd. I had such high hopes for Ron Washington. He fits in with the most poorly run from top to bottom pro sports team in this country. Absolutely. Halo Joe says, give me Dante Bichette. I vote Marsha to be our hitting instructor. She has been able to crush a few balls over her lifetime. Also, absolutely, Halo Joe. She has a great feel for those balls. Oh, no, it's disgusting, you two. Stop it! Also, I wouldn't be surprised if Nerdy Jake calls in tonight at Halo Joe. Hashtag fire Washington. Hashtag fire potassium, fire Nerdy Jake. Also, John says Angels team nutritionists are trash. They sure are. Dan says, call me crazy. I don't care. I still like Joe Girardi. Joe would have been tossed about 3 or 4 times by this point. Boone, too. That's true. Because those guys are baseball lifers. Those guys don't take crap from anybody. Those guys were raised in a media crazed, like, just environment with a over the top owner. So, I mean, they're used to handling pressure in certain ways, and usually it's argumentative. Robert says, we aren't talking about Ward's contract extension after breaking up a no-no with a home run. Come on, Papa Artie. Overpay the man and try to win a championship. It's the entertainment business. Exactly. Silent E says, I wish someone would just air out the reality of working for this clown organization. I wish Madden would have said more. Even Nevin Wash is a respected leader, yet he'll be a mouthpiece for Artie, and that which is difficult to understand because we had, like you said, I've said, had such high hopes for this organization, high hopes for Ron Washington to come in here, and I thought he was going to be that guy from, I forget that 80s movie where the principal comes in there with a microphone. I think it's Morgan Freeman was the actor, and he went into that, the whole, ghetto type high school, and he cleaned it up and he made kids care about school. I was hoping Morgan Freeman was Ron Washington or vice versa. And he'd come in there with a loudspeaker and he'd just be like throwing the kids out that were useless, the gangbangers, throwing out the, your one, gangster party jury, throwing him out, making sure that trash was out, and like just making sure that who wanted to be here was going to be here. And we'll all grow together and have that warm, squishy feeling like at the end of that movie. But no, Ron Washington is a puppet. Buckle up, buttercups. It's going to get worse. Oh, R. Martinez, you come with the truth. John says Angels players don't care. They want to go on vacation already. Silent E also says, well, yeah, John, think about it. Mike Trout's been gushing and spritzing all over the place since him and Tiger Woods became friends and built that golf course back east. He's spritzing. He's like, dude, can I just stop wearing my jersey, aka hoodie, and fly east with my newest son, and we can go golfing? He's probably not even teaching his oldest son how to play baseball. He's like, you want to be a Tiger Woods, not a Mike Trout. Silent E says, if he has any pride, he would just walk away and tell everyone everything. I would love that. And again, Smoking Joe had every opportunity, still has an opportunity on his podcast. But he's so stupid. He thinks that someone's going to hire him back in this league, and he's done. His baseball life is over. He should be spilling the tea, so to say, as the kids like to say, spill that tea. Also, the players care. I'm not sure if Ron does. Dan also says, if it's possible, find the pregame show from AM 830. Ron said he has no balls. You know what? I'm going to call in at some point this season. I've got to call in. By the way, is there a way to get AM 830 replays, like as far as for the show for Roger Lodge? Because I do want to get on there, but I want to play it on here as well. So my bass lines are legendary. Leaf says, what's Adeo up to these days? He'd be perfect for Angels right now. Or Day Holy. I have no idea. Let's see. Check your DM, Toddy. Oh, let me see. Let me see what's up here. I didn't even look at my phone right now. Oh, yeah, it's much better. That's much better. It's the Halo Honk line.
Hey, Todd, Marcia.
Marcia, how you doing?
Hearing you talk about that guy Jake, I looked him up. It's not half bad looking.
You have low expectations, or lower standards.
It has nothing to do with looks. I kind of like a geeky guy. I wouldn't mind a little nerd with my turd, if you know what I mean.
Oh, that's disgusting.
They're all innocent. They don't know what they're doing. They're all awkward. Oh, I love taking advantage of guys like that.
Listen, Marsha, I mean, you might want to clear that though. Hey, real quick, your busty beauties in the league are they're getting their ratings up. I gotta say, it's still a trash league, but women are doing a good job. What do you think? You had a chance to play this year, but you tore your ACL, or was it your Achilles?
Well, it's my Achilles, and you know what, Todd? I'm going to tell you what. I think I'm through with the WNBA. I think I'm going to go for an early retirement.
Really? There's just too much money to be made there, huh?
That trade just didn't look like it was going to go through to go to LA. I thought, hey, that'd be pretty cool. I could play in LA, but I don't think it's going through. And I'm just not happy with the league.
I think you can make more at Checkers, to be honest.
Wow, that was a low blow. If it was any other kind of low blow, I accept it, but not that kind.
Hey,
the whole reason I'm leaving WNBA is there's just way too many lesbos.
Well, listen,
I'm constantly getting hit on. Hey, I got to tell them. I go, hey, hello, everyone, girls. I like sausage with my eggs. Okay.
but you're much taller than they are, so you're looking down on them. So
sorry, huh? I woke up real phlegmy this morning. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Hey, by the way, a lot of people like the new award. They really do. They like how you say "pal" in such a feminine voice.
You know, I saw that you put that up, and I'll be honest with you, shed a little bit of tears there, Todd. I really, really appreciate that. I'm honored to be part of this show.
By the way, One Jets pod. Are you okay?
Oh, sorry. Man, geez, I'm telling you. Hold on a second. Oh. Okay.
By the way, Frederick says you're sound more of like a fullback or a linebacker, and then One Jets pod says, so you're on top. You're a top.
It depends. Well, as far as a backer's concerned, well, you're not wrong there, pal. You want to come check this back out? Hello?
Do you because Frederick said, "Hey, pal."
How you doing, pal? What's going on, bud?
I love how excited you get about the Angels. You couldn't have been that excited and revved up how you end the phone calls, how you did, today. But with the Angels playing, I mean, were you disappointed?
The Angels they've been disappointing me all season and all of last season and all of the season before that one too. So I'm a little, kind of burned out on the whole thing. It's really, I was really looking, I'll be honest with you, Todd, I was siding with the Hawks this season. I thought, hey, we're going to win 94 games. Boy, was I wrong.
Yeah, you were wrong.
Very, very wrong.
By the way,
yeah, going back to that Jake guy, I don't know. I'm telling you, I'm taking a look. See, the thing is, Todd, is I need a man bad. I want a romantic relationship. I don't want this just a wham bam, thank you, ma'am, kind of a deal. Kind of a little dip the dipstick, check the oil, and take off the next day. I want someone who's gonna stick around. I want who's let's see. I don't mind. I'm fine with the premarital sex, but I want to go kind of traditional,
But being as big as you are,
I just want the guy to know that he's not getting the back door until we get married.
Well, just Grill said it was very difficult. Grill said it was very difficult to be on the step ladder, trying to motorboat you and get into other areas. So I didn't want to bring up old wounds there. But real quick, One Jets pod, Randy. Randy wants to hear you call him pal and from his big girl. You're his favorite big girl.
Randy, what's up, bud? Hey, girl's right here, all ready to go. You want to go one-on-one, half court? Let's go, bud. Me and you. Todd, hey, Todd wants pussy out. You come and take me on.
Randy's Irish, but he's a little short, so I don't know if you're into short guys, but
hey, now I dig them Irish.
He'll be your fighting.
Right, laddie?
He'll be your fighting Irish.
Yeah, isn't that right, laddie? You out there? He can be tell him he can come over here and check out my 4-leaf clover whenever he likes.
He's gonna get into your Lucky Charms.
Oh boy, let me tell you. And if hopefully Randy's a nice guy, one of those long-term guys like I'm looking for, because if he I don't want to give away give the milk away for free.
That's true.
So and by milk I mean my butthole. Like Beyonce said, if you want it, you should have put a ring on it.
By the way, Eric might be interested from Seattle.
Hey, now. I like the Pacific Northwest, Wouldn't mind heading up there. for a little Eric action.
So you don't really even have to see these guys in person or pictures or nothing. You're just feeling it.
As long as you have a wang, that's all I care about. Trying to get pregnant here, Todd. Trying to get pregnant. You guys don't even have to stick around and be a dad. I could do both. That's a joke there.
Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. Who's more manly, you or Brittany Griner?
I'm gonna have to say me because I like Tabasco on my eggs.
And I'm pretty sure you would survive a Russian prison a lot better than she did or he did.
Would the Russian prison survive me? I take every single one of those Ruskies down. Let me tell you.
You'd be like, you call this a prison?
Oh yeah, they'd be scared. I'd go in there and say, "Hey, guess what? Cold War's over again, baby," and then just spread my legs.
Oh! You see? This is Jake's fault too. If the Angels were good, we wouldn't be talking to you right now. No offense.
Yeah, you know what? It is Jake's fault for turning me on. When you get these nerdy geeky guys coming on, that's my Achilles heel. No pun intended. You know what I'm talking about, Bud? Hey, Bud, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh man.
I think Leaf wanted to come in to vent. So
Leaf Erickson?
No, but I'm sure he's a relative of yours, seeing how hairy he was and tall and very white skinned. I'm pretty sure you can relate to him, or you are related to him.
I can in a way. When I used to join the nudist group, I was a little shy, so I'd wear a leaf over my crotch.
Oh.
Until I got comfortable that I whipped that sucker out, and there she is. Old Glory.
Real quick, Randy, your maybe soon to be boyfriend, says, I imagine Marcia looks like Starla from Napoleon Dynamite.
You imagine me however you like. Just give me that quick bang there, Randy. I hope you got some good genes, Randy, because I could really use a strapping young child here. I want him to be successful, or her, either one. Doesn't matter to me. Just want a kid.
You'll probably give birth to a kid bigger than Randy.
Yeah. Randy, I don't want to be using you or anything like that. Hey, we could be pals. We could be buds. But I'm really I'm only concerned with your goo bazooka. Anyway, hey, Todd, I want to thank you very much for having me on again and for that award. I really like that. Hey, I hope everybody likes that award. It kind of looks like me a little bit. The muscle tone's there, but facial features, not as good looking.
We didn't put enough hair on that award on the face.
It's hard to do with the gold trophy. I understand that. So don't worry about it. I just like the look of it. It's really nice, and the music was nice. Like I said, I was honored. Well, what can I say, bud?
I don't know, pal. Good job.
All right, hey, all you buckaroos out there, you hang tight to your Angels, man. I know they suck now; they'll probably suck next year too. But you know what? We're gonna come back. We're gonna have our year. You watch. 2002 will come once again. Oh boy, I'm reaching there.
Randy says you're his bitch, and he says you're his Aaron Rodgers.
Oh boy, you had to use the B word, didn't you? Oh boy, that was very offensive, Randy. I'm gonna let that one go, but expect to get a little rough. We're in the sack, pal. I may have to slap you around. I may slap you harder than I did Grill. I'll tell you what, Grill got on line with me a couple times, and I slapped the freckles off of that fella. He's trying to get away. I said, "You bring that freckly red stinker back over here."
Okay, all right.
Anyway,
So
hey, you have a good day. Hey, go Angels, everybody. Hey, Todd, Bud, I'll talk to you later, pal.
Okay.
You hear me? Hey, you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right. All right, Bucko. Talk to you later.
All right.
You have a good day.
You too.
All right, bye. Bye.
Bye.
Kisses. Bye.
Damn, Marcia. Oh, hey now, indeed. Girl hasn't recovered yet. Marcia put the drill to grill. Oh, Randy says he slaps back. Yikes. It's the Halo Honk line.
Well, I don't know how that call, so hi.
What's up, Leaf? That's a tough one to follow.
Yeah, jeez, that was my face hurts from that.
Yeah, that was pretty brutal, man. But what you got to vent, man?
So one needed change happened not yesterday, but 2 days ago. Service is out of service. Dan Wilson is the new manager. Hitting coach got fired, and you know how you were suggesting about the Mariners getting someone about the Angels getting someone who was actually good at hitting. The Mariners did that with Edgar Martinez. So
he's not part of.
He is now the new.
He's a new hitting instructor.
New hitting coach.
I like that. That's a good move.
Yeah.
Very good move.
Yeah. In fact, if Mariners came back down 5-0 to win 6-5, and if you look at that 8th inning rally, those 4 runs, they came on 6 consecutive singles. That is what the Angels really need to do, is get hit after hit after hit, because not only is it productive, it drives the other team nuts.
Oh yeah, it does. It's demoralizing because anyone can give a home run, but if you're getting constant pressure, guys on base, it changes the dynamics of everything. The pitcher has to look at the runners. The catcher needs to be aware of the defense and the runners. It just makes things really hellish out there. So I'm glad they went that route, as even though they're a division rival. I mean, that's smart. I mean, Dan Wilson was a backup catcher with you guys forever?
Starting catcher for about 12 years. One-time All-Star.
Yeah. He was decent. He was there when the Mariners were at their peak, I believe. And then
he was for the Lou Piniella era.
Yeah, so he knows, and anyone from the Piniella tree I kind of like. But Edgar Martinez, that's a great move, dude, because he's a longtime Mariner, beloved up there, Hall of Famer, and he could teach. I mean, if those guys have any questions, I'm sure he'll be up front with everything.
Yeah. In fact, he was the hitting coach from like mid-season 2015, through 2018, and the offense actually did pretty well under him. Like, I remember 2015 because they were hitting about 230, averaging 3.4 runs a game that season. In the final stretch, it shot up to about 260 and 4.6 runs a game, which that's a pretty big difference over that span.
It is. And I think if he's able to instruct these hitters the way that he wants to and implement, changes to their swings and approaches, I think that's going to be beneficial. I don't think the Mariners per se, maybe you'd know more than me about it. Do the Mariners overvalue or value sabermetrics and stuff like that under the Dipoto era?
I feel like they definitely value that. I just don't know how much they do.
Okay.
So yeah, it's just a matter of, for me, it's like, can you get runs? Can you get a solid pitching style? Which the second part doesn't seem to be the problem.
Yeah.
And it's, oh, sorry, I gotta go.
Oh, jeez. All right, Leaf. Well,
I gotta go. Sorry.
All right. Take care, man.
Bye.
Later. It sounded like dogs or something was coming up there to kill him. That was a bunch of in the background. But the number to call in, Eric, is 714-598-3221. I should just play this thing right now here. You could check it out right there if you guys want to call. But damn, what a game again. Leafs being attacked. Fernando says unfinished business. And it was, you look at this squad, it's just getting worse and worse. And we talked about it in the beginning. Sabermetrics analytics are just god awful. They're killing this team. Don't worry about it, Leaf. It's okay. Good call though. Good call. Appreciate it. And it was a good call because the comments didn't go off on you. It's the Halo Honk line.
What's up, everybody?
How you doing, Eric?
We're doing all right.
Now, do you like the move, getting rid of Service and like what Leaf was saying, getting Edgar Martinez as your hitting coach?
Yeah, I love the move. In fact, I was like doing all of that. I was just waiting for that shoe to drop because, I mean, it was just getting out of hand.
Yeah, I mean, if the Mariners had stayed consistent or at least scored a few more runs on average, there's no reason to think they'd still be in first place right now, and Houston would be looking up at them.
Yeah. I mean, well, I guess we're gonna find out together, bud, because this is hopefully gonna work out for us. But we're gonna find out.
Well, I've said it before, man. I mean, a lot of fans don't agree with me, but the Mariners really don't bother me. Even though, like, the Angels are my team. Like it seems like they're that team that bothers me when we're both good, and we haven't been both good in a while. So
Yeah.
it's been like one of those things where if someone had to win this division, I'm tired of seeing Houston. Don't like Texas. I'd pull for Seattle to get it. So I'm hoping you guys can recover and overtake Houston.
Well, I mean, I feel like we might be able to, but I don't know. It's just one of those things, bud.
Well, I mean, they do have an opportunity here if they get hot and they start to believe Dan Wilson and Edgar Martinez. Maybe they could ride that into a nice little run at the end. So we'll see what happens. But
I mean, they definitely have the right guys at the helm.
They do. So it's just getting the players to believe and buy in. And if they do, maybe the Mariners have a magical September. But I'll tell you who won't be there in the playoffs. Us.
I tell you, I was following away your game a little bit in the ninth inning today. Well, at least you got a hit.
Yeah, that's true, Eric. But I mean, this team went up there with a crappy. We should have seen this when we played them last time. Francis pitched here in Anaheim. He made us look foolish then too, and we were way overly aggressive. So you would think they would change their mentality and try to be, less aggressive, more patient. No, they were even more aggressive, and the game flew by. So they made him look like Nolan Ryan, Randy Johnson rolled into one.
Oh boy!
I mean, he's a right-handed pitcher, but he could have thrown 11 with his left hand today, and he still would have got us out.
Yep.
We're terrible, bro. We are terrible. Just when you're having a bad day up there, Eric, and the Mariners are not performing up to your expectations, just think to yourself, at least I'm not an Angels fan.
Oh boy.
We've had it rough, my friend.
But
other than that, are you doing good up there?
Yeah, we're doing okay. I'm just got to spend a few days with the niece and nephew. That's a lot of fun.
That's good. That's good. Spend some family time.
Yep.
Well, you call in again, my friend. You have a good rest of your weekend.
All right, buddy. You too. Thank you.
All right, brother. All right, that's Eric from up in Seattle. So let's run through some scores real quick, and then we'll bid adieu for the day. Hopefully you guys have some plans for this Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening. It's still early. The Brewers are beating those Athletics 9-4. The Red Hot Diamondbacks continue to win. Hopefully the Dodgers can start to lose because the teams that they've been playing, the Mariners and the Rays, had rolled over for them at the Ravine. The Diamondbacks are beating the Red Sox 4-1. And then right now up in Seattle, Leaf and Eric are probably watching. The Giants are holding on to a 4-3 lead right now up there in Seattle, as Seattle needs every win at this point. And in the first inning, the Reds have scored 4 runs already in the Pirates, and they lead them 4-0. Tigers and White Sox later on tonight. Ooh, can't wait for that one. Also, you got the Phillies and Royals. That's a good series. The Phillies are 74-54. The Royals are 72-56. Tickets are going as low as $13 for that game. Also, Cardinals and Twins will go at it later on as well. You got the Rangers against the shit fucks. That tickets are going as low as $21 for that game. Braves host the Nationals, and then you have the Mets at Padres tonight. Padres are red hot as well. And then you got the Rays at Raiders tonight. Tickets going as low as $28. That's a little weird. Maybe it's because nobody likes the Rays, but you got Clayton, I should be retired, Kershaw pitching tonight versus some guy named Bradley. And then you got the Rockies pounding the Yankees 9-2 earlier, and you had the Orioles defeating the Stros 3-2. You had the Cubs all over the hapless Marlins 14-2. So those are your scores right there. Halo Joe says, 4-hour show, Todd. Keep it going. No plans for you. 4-hour show. Nah, man, I'm getting hungry. So I'm gonna have me some lunch. I've not had lunch. I'm gonna have a late lunch. So with that being said, it's been fun today. Not fun as far as the game, but Marsha definitely made up for it calling in. So I appreciate that call. And since we played Erica Weston's, we'll just play this one. We're not gonna give an award away, but we gotta honor Marsha a little bit.
I need your seed.
Who's got the biggest biceps? Marsha. Who's got shoulders like a man? Marsha. Who's got a rapist wit? Marsha. Who's got a thing for young surfers? Marsha. Who put the tree off the grill? Marsha. Who could slam a shack? Marsha.
Congratulations, pal.
That part at the end gets me every time. Congratulations, pal. Such a very womanly voice. Gotta love it. By the way, I think we did mess up with that trophy. There's not enough facial hair to really bring out Marsha's beauty. So, we'll work on that for next season. Let's just say that. So for everybody here over here on Halos in the Infield, we appreciate everyone chiming in. It's been a rough season. I mean, for all of you that have been close to the page and have contributed, whether it's calling in, whether it's in the comments, whether it's just watching or sharing it with a friend. We love you guys and gals, and we hope that we're going to expand this thing even bigger next season. And, we don't have the luxury, like I said, of some people out there that just get handed platforms. We've had to work from everything from the podcast up. So we appreciate all the support. And, obviously, shirt sales help, donations help, whatever you guys and gals can do out there really helps us out. So look ahead for also a website coming that's going to link everything together. So it's going to be much, much better and much more of a, I guess, easier access to anything Halos in the Infield. So with that being said, again, we'll call it for today, and we'll catch you guys and gals up tomorrow with an early one tomorrow, I think, over there in Toronto. And for everyone on Halos in the Infield, have a good rest of your day. And unfortunately, I have to play you out with the same old, which is, you know what? I'm tired of playing Savage Garden. We're going to play you out with some Spritz O'Clock.